So I had a lot of you asking me in the comment section of my One More ColorBuds review, which one is better, the One More ColorBuds or the One More Stylish? Which one should I go with? So that's what we're here to answer. Now, if you're interested in checking out either of these earbuds, check out the links I'm gonna leave right down in the description box down below, and this way you can get them at the latest updated pricing. Also, if you decide to hit One More's website in the United States, you can use code ELJEFE and that'll give you 20% off your next purchase. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, because I like having transparency and honesty with my viewers, One More did reach out to me. They sent over both sets of these earbuds for my honest opinion and review. And if this is your first time here, and maybe you're not familiar with the way that I do things on this channel, whether I go out and buy the product myself, or if a company sends it over to me for review, I'm always gonna keep it 100% real with you and let you know whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. Now, no money was exchanged between me and One More in order to make this video, so they're going to be watching this for the very first time at the same time that you are. Now, let's begin with all of the things that they have in common, and this way we don't have to talk about them later in the video. So they both run in Bluetooth 5.0, they both feature AAC and aptX as their connection codecs. I also haven't experienced any sort of connection problems, no dropouts, no clipping, none of that nonsense when I have my phone in my pocket or if I'm walking around my apartment. No issues with that. A very solid connection. As far as latency when watching video, none whatsoever. I haven't experienced any of that when I'm watching any of my videos or anything of that nature. So overall, pretty good performance. Now, when it comes to gaming, you might experience a little bit of latency depending on the types of games that you are playing. If you're playing first-person shooters, things of that nature, of course, you're going to experience a little bit of Bluetooth latency as neither of these earbuds feature that high-performance gaming mode. But if you're just doing more casual gaming like what I do, you know, Asphalt 9, 1945, games of that nature, not going to be an issue for you. Now, both of these are very comfortable and very compact, and they feature multiple color options, both of these. So you really can pick out one that's really going to kind of suit your personal style. So now let's get into the differences. First and foremost, and easily the most noticeable, is going to be that the One More ColorBuds use USB Type-C for charging, where the One More Stylish were using micro USB. Now, I know that for a lot of people that is not a deal breaker, but for some it is. So if you want the latest and greatest, you got to go with the One More ColorBuds so you can get that USB Type-C. Then as far as overall size of the case, the ColorBuds case is noticeably smaller and much more compact than what you're getting with the One More Stylish. It also feels more upgraded, more like the materials are much nicer. Instead of being a matte finish, which I actually did like, they are sort of a gloss finish, but the plastic itself feels thicker. It feels like a higher quality product in my personal opinion, the way it feels in your hand. Then as far as the buds themselves, the ColorBuds are substantially smaller than the One More Stylish. Now, the One More Stylish weren't huge. They were still one of the most comfortable earbuds that I've ever worn, but they took this comfort up a notch by making them even smaller, and now they can fit in more people's ears. Now, the One More ColorBuds are featuring a newer version of Dual Connect. They both had it, but the One More Stylish had the older version of Dual Connect, where basically in the initial pairing process, the first time around, you would have to pair them up and you would have to wait for the prompt to pop up for the second pairing, and that way you had both earbuds paired. With the ColorBuds, it's not necessary on the first pairing. It connects to both and you're good to go. Next up is also going to be the control scheme. This is where they're sort of different because the One More Stylish had button controls, albeit in a very good place. It plays perfectly, but the One More ColorBuds are using touch control, and with the app, they are programmable. So you can set them to volume control, to track control, whatever you prefer. And then last but not least, and the biggest difference in my personal opinion, is going to be the fact that the One More ColorBuds are using a full range balanced armature versus the One More Stylish using their single dynamic driver. So that's just a different type of sound technology, and that's going to bring you a different type of sound from these earbuds. Now, before we get into the rest of the video, I have a question for you. What is more important to you, having USB Type-C or having a longer playback time? You let me know down in the comment section, because sometimes I have people that are very nitpicky about earbuds having USB Type-C and other people who just don't care about battery life. So I'd like to know what's more important for you. Let me know in the comment section. So now the main comparison, and this is where we're going to decide which one is the right one for you. So first up, in the volume department. So as far as volume goes, the winner here is going to be the One More ColorBuds, but it's not by a wide margin. I would say the volume is maybe 1 to 2 ticks louder on the One More ColorBuds versus the One More Stylish. So basically, when you hit 100% on the Stylish, you can still have maybe one more notch of volume on the ColorBuds. So it's like a technical win, but they are just slightly louder. That kind of pushes them over the edge there. As far as your sound quality is concerned, let's start there because this is kind of where they diverge on a different type of path. So the One More Stylish have much more noticeable and pronounced sub bass. So that low end punch, that low end rumble, this is where those really do shine. A beautiful sweet mid range, which I absolutely love. A very warm and very rich sound. I love it. It's awesome. This is one of the reasons that I fell in love with the One More way of tuning earbuds. So awesome as far as that sounds. And then they have some pretty decent treble clarity, but it is veiled. And by that, I mean, at a certain point, it just kind of rolls off and that's pretty much all you get. Now, in comparison to the ColorBuds, they have tight, accurate punch in the bass, but it isn't that super low end rumble, but it's still there. It has impact, it sounds very good, but it doesn't have that super low end that you're getting from the dynamic driver on the One More Stylish. The mid-range, to me, is much more pronounced, much sweeter, and overall a better sound. But where they truly shine is right where the One More Stylish fall off is where the ColorBuds really kick in. A brighter sound, much more treble, much more clarity. So you're getting an overall wider frequency range to your music and you're hearing more of the instruments. You're hearing more of the vocals and you're getting a wider sound comparatively to the Stylish. So whereas the Stylish are kind of that warm, rich, dark sound, these are sort of a warm, rich sound as well, but a bit brighter. So if you prefer a deeper level of bass, then you're going to want to stick with the One More Stylish. But if you like a little bit more treble clarity in your earbuds, then I think the ColorBuds are really going to be the way that you want to go. Now, if you're interested in checking out a full review of either of these earbuds, check out the videos that I'm going to leave on the screen right up here. Otherwise, check out one of my latest reviews right on this side. All that said, I'm out. Peace.